My hair beautiful this morning. One of the ladies at Safeway said, Sean, if everybody who wanted to go to court with you went to court, there wouldn't be anybody to run the Safeway. And although I think that's kind of wishful thinking on their part, it did make me smile, you know? The reality is it's safety in numbers, and the more you know. Only my predator's sides ever got hurt because they worked together. My friends wanted to make promises and just sit back and take their dear sweet time while they take abuse over and over and over again. And I'll go to 3 or 4 people, you know. Don't put all my eggs in one basket. And then, of course, one person might say that they'll do it. And then the other folks go afterwards, when that person doesn't show up, they go, oh, well, I thought this person was going to do it. Well, actually, it's kind of a group activity. See, that's the thing about chronic abuse, frequent and ongoing abuse. If you were both there for different situations where I was abused by the same person, it is pretty important. It's also important to go in with the victim. Now, there's some folks who can verify my stories here. It's just a matter of them being able to make the time. I mean, I get real pissed off about these situations, and it's, you know, when there's flooding, there's not much that these people can do. When the power's out, there's not much they can do. When they're having to work, there's not much they can do. I mean, there's obviously, most of these folks are folks with families. Families whose lives they're actually a part of, though. Anyway, I'm down to almost no battery, so I'm gonna end the video. This is what I live in. Basically, it looks like a pile of trash from the outside, and some of it is, some of it ain't. I'm gonna have to pile some into a bag and take it with me on the way into the library. He's not the only person doing this stuff. The harm that I've had to endure at the hands of police officers is lifelong. Here in America, everyone victimizes the poor. That's what they exist for. They give us shit wages for hard work or for dealing with people's bullshit. And of course, we all know shit rolls downhill. Now, we got laws that are supposed to make it so we're equal. Well, we all know it's bullshit. We all know that's bullshit. All they got to do is say, mentally ill, mentally ill, mentally ill. And nobody ever looks at the evidence. That's the problem with having to go to police officers. Literally, the officers by name that you're trying to turn in. And you have to turn them into themselves. And you have to turn in other criminals to them. They're not going to fucking help you. after they've already committed felonies against you, and then they want to come up and tell you they know how to fix it, but they try to set it up as a situation where it's you and them one-on-one. Hell no. Never with a police officer. You always have to have a friend or family member there when you're with a police officer, because you know what? They're shitty. You know what? Even if you're a rich person, right? You decide you're going to go slumming with your buddies down at the local park. Well, some police officer decides that you look homeless. Yeah, you can say, you don't know who my daddy is, do you? All you want. He's not going to give a shit. He's heard that shit out of homeless people that are schizophrenic as fuck. And right now, you look like one. He's heard that out of homeless people that are all fucked up on drugs, and he's heard it from drug addicts in houses who dress just like that. Of course, the drug dealers will tell you, everybody buys drugs. Everybody. This is America. Everybody's looking to buy drugs. It's a fucked up situation. You got poor people, middle class people, upper middle class people, which are apparently something different. I don't know the difference. And then you got rich people. Well, okay. That's an awful lot of fucking people. All looking for drugs. Yep, the rich people, they don't necessarily want to do street drugs. They might want to do some pharmaceutical drugs. And of course, we also know about how important alcohol is to our economy and our nation. Then, of course, when you're poor, well, they'll give you free pills, won't they? God, these people at the top love their goddamn pills so much. That's the one thing that we should all have for free. Seems like. They'll shove you off pills for everything. Oh, your husband's beating you? Here's some pills. Your dad's raping you? Here's some pills. Jesus, fuck. Hey, you know what? Life may suck, but you take the pills, you'll feel better. Yeah, sure, your dad's still going to rape you again and again and again and again. But we got pills for that. Just take the pills, you'll feel better. Just take the pills, keep your mouth shut, stand in line. And scream, God bless America, while you're at it. Fake it till you make it. The whole country is full of people trying to fake it till they make it. Most of them on into their 80s. Why don't you work together? Constitution starts off with we the people. But we got this whole I got to get mine attitude going on. Holy shit. I'm scared shitless of this fucking situation. I have been since before Natalie was killed. After I hurt my back, I knew how fucked up a situation I was in. I helped to protect a lot of people. I also didn't go running around breaking the law and starting trouble. The law didn't like the fact that I spoke up. I saved their stories. I shared those stories. A lot of people asked me to share stories that later on they got angry with me about sharing. I can understand that. You know, you're having a bad night, something fucked up happened, and, well, now you want to be angry that I did what you told me to do. In most of these situations, people keep assuming, or trying to pawn me off, rather, is usually the situation. They want to assume that I haven't tried going anywhere or tried talking to anybody, that I'm just sitting in my car masturbating all day. Like, holy hell. People are dead. There are officers and others who can be charged with manslaughter in connection with Natalie Bollinger's. And there's also the laws concerning abuse of power, which can still be shown in all of these situations by police officers, DAs, and public pretenders. They had a job to do. They didn't want to do their jobs, they wanted to do favors. But they didn't do each other enough favors because there's still the evidence of the fucking abuse. There needs to be somebody there with me because there is a safety issue. Anytime a homeless man has to talk to the police, there's going to be a safety issue. Here's the thing. You don't threaten to kill my friends and family and get away with it. When I say I will never shut up, I mean I will never shut up. You threaten my friends and family, goddamn you. Now, since I am not willing to kill you, I try to take you to court for threatening to kill me, for harassing me, for assaulting me. Now, I have to play nice. I have to maintain my calm when you do that shit, don't I? And you get to see how many people I maintain my calm with. You also get to see I was right about the situation in the Dalles. What the police and the services were doing by shoveling all those people onto that church property. Yeah, I've been a lot of different places and seen a lot of things. Human behavior is a pattern, and neurotypicals, well, that's the pattern that we see the most. See, well, autistic people, well, we like to tell the truth because lying is fucking stupid. And we think it sucks that we literally have to lie to try to get heard. Yes, that's what it comes to at times. You have any idea how many people threatened to harm me and my friends and family before I ever threatened that back? I needed help, just one friend to help me turn in what these people were doing over and over and over again. The shit with Andrew Wolnez. It's recorded and documented on this YouTube channel. Peach's conversations with her are recorded on this YouTube channel. if you work with me, you get to see all sorts of stuff that if you go through and listen to these Natalie Bollinger groups, you realize is definitely not the case. People need to speak up. That's what I keep trying to explain to them. I don't have a voice. They'll just talk over me. When we go to turn in abuse, you have to tell them that I'm being abused. You see, when we go in to turn in abuse, it's not a 20 questions, let's grill the victim and send them in 400 different directions that all cost time and money that I don't fucking have. I don't have the ability to run myself around all these places I'm expected to go.